she know that last time? I was going to ask how you're feeling. That little woo kind of gave me an idea.
Oh my gosh, I feel fantastic. I feel fantastic.
All right, we have a lot of excitement here. A lot of excitement. Can we please take it down a notch? We want to hear what Miss Crystal has to say. How are you feeling?
I am feeling on top of the world right now. We are halfway there, and I just thank Wyandotte County and Kansas City, Kansas for believing in me and for getting out to vote.
So for those of people hold on, I need to reposition myself. For those at home who haven't been following the election closely, can you introduce yourself to us and tell us what experience you bring to the table?
So I am Crystal E. Watson. I am a dot, a bona fide real dot. I grew up in Wyandotte County. I am the daughter of Neil Poindexter and Myris Poindexter. And Neil used to be on radio, and I just thank him and my mother for raising this woman of God. I thank God for this opportunity, and more importantly, I am a woman who is talented, educated, and ready to serve Wyandotte County.
Look at that, I could just lean over and put my hand down and they followed instructions. Do you control a crowd that well?
Yes, I do.
So you have a lot of experience in the nonprofit sector. Mm-hmm. You've not been in elected office before, but you do have some experience in the unified government CEO, KCK mayor's office.
So yes, and I am a former elected official. I'm so sorry. The Board of Education for USD 500. I served one term from 2011 to 2015. So I do have experience as an elected official, and of course I was Deputy Chief of Staff for former Mayor David Albee.
My apologies for missing the school board. I had all that other stuff like the Black Chamber and all that.
Yes.
So your campaigning will start in full swing as soon as the celebrating finishes. What do you want voters to know about your priorities and your ideas for getting there?
I want Wyandotte County, Kansas City, Kansas to know that we are rich in diversity and culture. I want them to know that the priority is going to be to make life easier for them and more affordable. More importantly, I want them to know that we need to be unified. We need to stand together, and we need a great healing to take place in Wyandotte County so that we can be the community I know we can be, the community all of us want us to be.
What are some of your ideas?
So some of my ideas will include, first of all, getting on board with the commission board. That's number one. We need to be working together, and we need to show that we are unified. And then the second goal really is to work with unified government as a whole, the staff, right? They've gone through a lot, and we want to make sure that we streamline our services and that they have the resources that they need so that they can meet the needs of our community. And thirdly, just balancing out the taxes. I know that that is a big concern. We are a community that's heavy with poverty, and so that's another concern, and homelessness. So those are some of the things that we'll work on. I'll work on doing quarterly forums with town hall meetings in all of our areas, Armadillo, Rosedale, Argentine, Piper, Northeast. I want to see us do infill, particularly in the Northeast area. We need to make sure development is done equally across the board while we can continue to maintain the development we have in our most affluent areas.
Even on the east side of 635, Crystal? Even on the east side of 635, Crystal?
Yes. I'm supposed to talk to that other person talking to me?
I think you're being prompted.
Even on the east, anything east of 635 is also going to be a priority. But I want the community to know that we have a commission board that have to vote on these things. And so as my job as the next mayor of Wyandotte County is to make sure that I'm working with them and I'm helping them meet the needs of their districts while we work together to ensure that everything east of 635 is taken care of. Okay.
No matter what, you've got the best cheer club I've seen so far tonight.
Yes. And I will say that part of the idea is to address the issues within our community through the 3 Ps. And those 3 Ps are people, process, and policy. Everything is done by ordinance and policy and laws that are established from the commission board. And we want to make sure that we're looking and reviewing at those policies and making sure that we don't need to update them, modify them, or change them in any way. And then we need to make sure that our processes are lined up with those policies. And then we need to also make sure that those processes and policies meet the needs of our people. We have forgotten that our people matter most in Wyandotte County. And I am for the people, of the people, by the people, and are ready to serve the people. And that is all people. All people. And I want to thank the Hispanic community and our immigrant community and everyone in Wyandotte County for pulling together and believing that we are a rich, diverse cultural community, and we deserve to be heard, we deserve to have a seat at the table, and we deserve to grow within this region.
Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. And you're welcome. And I'm sure we'll be hearing from you a lot more in the next 3 months. You have
Yes,
the campaign.
ma'am.
All right. Thank you. Enjoy your celebration.
Thank you.
Welcome back into the live desk. I'm Katie Byrd. Such an electric crowd at Crystal Watson's watch party this evening. You just heard from one of the candidate finalists in the race on who's going to become the next Wyandotte or Kansas City, Kansas mayor. Now, a little background on Crystal. She currently leads a nonprofit that assists Kansas City, Kansas public schools. Before that, she was the CEO of the Heartland Black Chamber for 12 years. She also is the Deputy Chief of Staff for Mayor Dave Alvey. Now, Crystal Watson and Rose Mulvaney Henry both spoke with our reporter, Betsy Webster, tonight. They are the 2 finalists that will go on to those November ballots for that final general election. And go ahead and take a look at your screen. This is the KCTV5 website. Now, all races in Missouri and Kansas are now final. 100% of votes are in. Every race has been called. But if you're just now joining us and you're curious if you voted or if you just are wanting to learn more about these local primaries that happened in Cass, in Jackson, in Johnson, and in Wyandotte counties, along with different municipalities, all you have to do is go to the KCTV5 website and click on this ticker. This is election results. You can click on this drop down. It will have the different races, the different commissioners of Wyandotte County, along with the Wyandotte County Sheriff. Now, this is a race that I want to highlight next. I find it very fascinating. This race was incredibly close, you guys. Let me go ahead and pull it up for you. Now, there were 3 individuals running for the Wyandotte County Sheriff. Daniel Soptic obviously is the top finalist by a pretty large margin. Oh, that just went away there. Give me just a second as I pull that back up. Here we go. Wyandotte County Sheriff. And then I'll pause that so it stays. So Daniel Soptic, he got almost 6,500 votes tonight. Celicia Towers is the runner-up. She is also making it on your final ballot in November. But look at this. David Carney received only 100 votes less than Celicia. Obviously, a very close race on who is going to be a finalist in that Wyandotte County November ballot. And we've been talking about this all night on the live desk. If you've been listening to the live interviews, or if you're just tuning in now, one of the common themes here is just how important these local primary elections are. And more often than not, you see them ending up ridiculously close. Now, I want to go ahead and point you to a few other races. This is the Lenexa City Council. We have John Handley and Joe Shull moving on to that November ballot for Ward 1. This is out in Johnson County. Now, next up, I'm going to take you to the Jackson County special election, and you may be wondering what exactly was on this. Well, I'm going to go ahead and give you a rundown of this. So the question was, should Raytown continue to impose a sales tax of 1/4 of 1%? This would be to benefit and fund local parks and stormwater control within the city. You can see this wasn't a very close race. Almost 75% of voters voted in favor of this sales tax to fund these local parks and storm water control. Now, I want to go ahead and take you to a few more races here. Next up, we're going to go ahead. Parkville Proposition C did not pass tonight, you guys. There were well over 1,000 voters that showed out in Platte County for this. 56% voted against Proposition C, with, again, had to do with tax dollars. This is a property tax levy of 0.1165 cents of every dollar, and it had been under voter approval from 2004 to 2024. But obviously, Parkville and Platte County residents decided that they had had enough of this. Next up, I want to go ahead and take you to the Cass County race. This only had a little over 100 voters turn out. 66.3% of voters voted in favor of number 6 on their ballot to be passed. This has to do with funding of the waterworks system. This would be to issue revenue bonds in the amount of a whopping $4 million. And this is for the purpose of extending and improving the waterworks system in Cass County. And once again, you see how these voters really did turn out for this smaller election, allowed their voices to be heard. And in this case, it paid off for those who were in favor of this ballot measure. Now, if you're joining us on Facebook or YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and direct you now to the KCTV5 news app. I'm going to turn off this stream on social media and direct you to our streaming app, where you can continue to get coverage on this election until KCTV5 News at 10 with Lauren Majorino and Brad Stevens. So don't go away yet. We will be right back after this break. Thanks so much for tuning in.